Welcome to another episode of Hell's Gate. Today, I'd like to go back to my little pet project, my P1 castle that I have in a kingdom. And this is the castle, as you know, that I've been trying to upgrade it substantially to try to convert it from a simple farm to a castle that at least has some worthy warrior status to it. So I'm going to try to run this in parallel to my previous episode. And my previous episode, I believe, was titled for week 4. That would be 4 weeks of me trying to upgrade the castle. And the timing of this episode here puts us at around week 6. So the first thing I'd like to do is that I'd like to go into the Lord info and show some of the power that this castle currently has. And I didn't really highlight it in the last episode, so I figured I'd be more consistent and try to show this at the beginning. But the big item that you'll see here is the total power, which is at almost 24 million. I believe the last episode that I did, I think I was probably more on the order of 17 or 18 million on this. I don't recall the screen, but I made a significant jump here. But the biggest jump that I made was actually in the equipment. It's now at about 12.5, and I would say probably about 4 or 5 million of that is just purely from recent equipment that I just put on today to try to make this castle look as big as possible. But some of the other key elements in terms of the science power here, I think last time it was probably more on the order of 2.0 or 2.1, and building wise it was maybe on the order of 1.5. And troops, I have gained a few more troops in here, but the biggest jump is a result to the equipment, and most of this equipment actually doesn't add any strength to the castle. It's just more of inflating the power. So we'll monitor this on subsequent episodes. But the first thing, going back to the previous episode, was regards to the Griffin monster, and had some good results with that. Last time that I showed this episode, I was having troubles being able to kill the entire monster. I was getting killing about 65% of it. And now, the good part is that I'm actually able to kill it entirely, and pretty much I'm able to do that consistently. I would say at least 4 out of 5 times. It all depends. This time I know I had a larger march size, so that definitely helped. But I've seen cases where I've won it all, and other cases where I've got like at least 80% of it. So as I get stronger, that should be more and more consistently that I can kill a level 12 Griffin monster in one shot. The next item is in regards to the Dragon Tower. Last time I think I was at floor number 51, and this time right here I ran it up to floor 62. And for a while, a couple weeks ago, I was kind of plateauing at about floor number 56. And one of the reasons why I was able to get a little bit higher is so a little bit some upgrades, the SVIP merchandise market, and I also used some hero buffs, and I increased my march size to 25%. But some things here, and this is always annoying, try to look through reports and they're missing. I was just looking at them not too long ago as well. But I guess we can't look at them at all now. So, but I did write down some of the stats. Last time when we were doing the attack, the attacks was somewhere around the order of 250 to 300%. Health was only maximum of 99% for infantry and cav, and 50% for siege and archer. And defense was 151. And what I did, what my recommendations was, is that I was going to increase my lord level. I'm now at 43, and with that level 43, I'm actually, went all the way down the string in here, and I've got, health for my cavalry, but more importantly, here's this item in here, which is health for all units. And so I've got 12% health that I was able to apply to all my units, infantry, cav, archer, and siege. So with that, I got my health up to 150%. on infantry and calves, and about 120% on my siege and cavalry, and that's made a big difference. And another thing where I made a big difference in getting my stats up is with the heroes, and I had two key heroes, Selma and the Queen. And last time Selma was at 37, now she's at 38, and my Queen before was at level. They're only 33, but now I've got it at level 40. So that also boosts up my military stats, and particularly getting some more health in there. And one of the reasons why I've bumped up my Queen up to level 40 is I've got some intentions to try to manufacture the Queen set. So we'll see. Another key factor, as I mentioned, about getting my stats up was the SVIP store. And last time I had started to upgrade the privilege in here, and particularly I was in privilege number 1. So I had started activating some of the health for, I think it was calves and here are the calves and infantry as well. Now I've been able to activate all of those into level 1, and I've gone into store level number 2. And I don't have them all activated yet, but I got my siege health, I got my siege engine attack, I got my cavalry health, cavalry attack, infantry health, and that's it. So I'll be working on getting more of those, and and again, one reminder is make sure you get these gift boxes, because you could at least invest and get a little bit more out of it. So I've got some of the points now, and one of the key things is that now that I've gotten higher in my dragon tower, up to level 62, now I can get actually more rewards, in my attack and wipeouts, and all these. So before I was stuck barely getting into here. Now I'm able to get all of these for all the floors, and I'm able to get these now. And you see this, for the first kill, you got SVIP points here. So that's a big help for being able to get your SVIP levels up higher to buy more buffs. Next, I had talked about trying to get some T11s, and with my ability to upgrade buildings, I got my military stuff up to P1s, and I do have some T1 troops, only 500 for infantry, some for each of the 4, and I tried them out on my dragon tower floors, and I found that they just purely stunk compared to my T10s. So that's why I only have a small amount of them, because I basically trained them for 1 or 2 days and didn't like the results, and I just stopped. So eventually, whenever I get a chance to enhance them, then they'll actually shine and be awesome, but at the moment they're just not all that great. Some of the things, there was a monster event, I think it's called Inseparable, I think. And with that, I was able to get the witch. And the witch is great as a governor, because some of the skills she has, and I do have an equipment set for her. I got the governor ring on, the governor set on her, and so that allows extra troops. I don't have the extra star yet. I got a ways to go on that one, but to show her position in the castle, one key advantage is that the actual monster speed is a huge difference. Because before going after the monsters, it was testing my patience. But with her, with that speed, it actually goes pretty smoothly. So that's helping me out in getting more monsters, helping up the civilization popularity, and so that was good. And after getting the popularity up, I was able to assign both Bartholdi as well as the Time Elder as part of my construction crew, and I got the creator set on Bartholdi. I believe I have the royal set on the Time Elder, and here's some pretty nice things, especially for smaller buildings, is here. Reducing the time of the building upgrades. Mine is 46 hours. So basically, there's no time delay in upgrading a lot of my small buildings. So, so with that, that's how I was able to upgrade my P1 military stuff, and I've also upgraded a lot of my resource buildings from before just a level like 23 on the average, and now I pretty much have everything at either level 30 or a P1 right now. I got some 29s in here, but no, that was a big upgrade. Next, let's see. I talked about what else is there left to do in here. So the next course of actions, I mentioned earlier that with my queen hero that I have, I got her at level 40, and with her at level 40, let's see if I can find it. Yes, in order to get the queen set equipment, you first have to forge the prestige set. So I had started doing the prestige here, and so I have one down, five to go, and then with that, you go into forging under reforming, and forging equipment set, reform, and here is the queen set right here. And the nice thing about the queen set is not only the buffs of the individual equipment, but also the bonuses of having multiple equipment. So, if I get two of them, I get awesome attack. I get another four, reduce the cooldown, and then if I get all six of them, I get a cavalry attack of plus 65%, which is good. And then if we go into the details of the queen set, very decent attribute buffs for attacking, but there's a couple that are also very good. One is the helmet. You got the damage by cavalry, plus 2%. Anytime you see damage, damage is much better than attack. So here's offensive damage at plus 5. So definitely want to have that. Then in your boots, you have offensive damage. And the last one is the ring, where you also have another offensive damage of 5%. So if I can get the queen set, I can get 15% offensive damage plus another 2% damage for my cavalry. And I think that's going to do wonders for being able to attack monsters, the griffin monsters, and hopefully on the way to be able to get the level 21 griffin towers, possibly. So that's one strategy I have. The other strategy is something I picked up on a while ago, but then I had a friend remind me about it again, and it's related to dealing with the bosses in the kingdom. And this boss is apparently dead because he's nowhere to be found. But apparently the trick to being able to get more points in attacking monsters or the monster bosses is not necessarily with your normal equipment like Archangel, Queen Set, or Holy Asylum, but actually an equipment set called the Conquest. And Conquest is, here it is, it's right here. And one of the key things in the Conquest is that if you get two of them, a set of two, you get a bonus for attack when attacking monsters. You get plus 24%. So the trick is that you can apply this to your lord as well as to your governor. And if you have two pieces of equipment at gold, then another set of equipment at orange, and another one at purple, you basically are accumulating this attacking. So I don't have the full total of what it's going to be, but you can see right here. So here's that gold at 24, plus one at orange at 16, so that's 40. Another one at purple, plus another 15, so we're at 55 for the Lord. And then if you apply that then to the the governor set, you got 55 is 55. That's 110. You get 110 attack against the against your monsters. And then that's in addition to some pretty decent attacks here. I mean, here we go. Infantry attack of 17.5, archer attack of 17.5, cavalry, a lot of attacks at 17.5%. So these aren't too far off from some of the other good attacking equipment. But then on top of that, you get the attack against monsters. And then there's one other thing where you can get attack against monsters at. That's in your dragon word. The one that this castle has access to right now is hunt, and under hunt, attack when attacking monsters, it's at 20%. But if you were to go to, I believe it's called the Wild Hunter. Yes, here it is, Wild Hunter. Instead of it just being 20%, here we go. Attack when attacking monsters is at 35%. So let's do the math. I had 55, that's 110, plus another 35, that's 145% attack on monsters, in addition to some of your normal attacks. So that's another strategy that I'm also going to try. I will definitely be applying that to my main castle, but I think it might be good to also apply it to this castle, because really the name of the game is to try to get more of the Griffin monsters, because let's look at some of the rewards you can get. You can get here some of the Chaos stuff, which is stuff related to Angel Wings, Holy Assignment equipment, shards, and stuff. You can get the Arctic set, which can be used to make the Arctic equipment. You got here the Holy Badges to make Holy Assignment equipment. And once in a while you get wings in here too. So all these, and if you can get the level 21 monsters and eventually level 30 monsters, you get a lot of those pouring in, and you can make a lot of equipment. So that's the summary of this video, just showing the status of this castle. Made some improvements significantly with the dragon towers, and then also kind of eyeing the next piece of equipment to make in order to continue making this castle upgrade more, primarily by using the equipment, using the Queen set as well as the Conquest set. So appreciate your time this evening. Any questions, please fill it out in the comment section. Appreciate if you could subscribe as well, because I'll be sending out more videos related to this and other topics. And have a good night. And again, this is Hellscape. Thank you.